Hey everyone, it's Elizabeth here from Our Darling Memories, formerly known as Neverland Creative. And if you're joining me for the first time, today I'm going to be working on a new project, which is my 8.5 by 11 album of, it's our anniversary album, my husband and I's anniversary album. And as you can see, we just celebrated 5 years in 2017. So I am a little late to the party because probably by the time I'm finished with this, we're going to be celebrating 6 years, but I kind of wanted to document the first 5 years of our marriage and then maybe do an album every 5 years or so. I did not document through Project Life or anything else for those first 5 years. This is the first year in 2018 is the first year that I have actually documented our lives through Project Life. But I have kept quite a bit of journaling, and I do have a ton of photos from those first 5 years. So I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to be organizing this album. I'm definitely going to be doing it by year, but how exactly I'm going to do that is a little up in the air right now. But I thought that I would start with my title page. So as you can see, I have this photo that I've already cut. Roundabout, this is an 8 by, well, it would have been an 8 by 10, but obviously I've cut it diagonally, so I have this white paper underneath. So as you can see, I only have a 8.5 by 11 regular printer. I don't have a 12 by 12 extra large printer, just an 8.5 by 11. So the only size that I can really cut for a photo without having a white background is an 8 by 10. So that's what I have right here. As I said, I already cut it diagonally. I actually did this in Photoshop so that I could align it the way that I wanted to align it, and then I just made a line in Photoshop and I cut it right there. So I only actually printed this part of the photo. The rest of it was just a white background. Alright, so my photo and my white background are going to be the base of this title page. And to that, I'm going to be adding the title, which I made using some Ali Edwards digital stamps. These are from the Bond Story Kit, and they are simply some digital stamps that I enlarged in Photoshop, and then I cut using my Silhouette. And it was really simple. If you have a Cricut machine or something like that, you could also use that to die cut your words. And as you can see, the title is You and Me. I'm going to be using one of these little crosses or plus signs, I guess. They could be either one. But these are from a very old Studio Calico kit. And I'm also going to be using this wood veneer, well, not really wood veneer, wood piece. I'm going to be using this number 5, which is from Ali's newest Week in the Life kit for 2018. And when I saw that, I knew that I absolutely had to use it for this album. I'm probably not going to be using these wood numbers for my Week in the Life because I am going to be, instead of a 6 by 8 album for my Week in the Life, I'm going to be using either a 4 by 6 or a traveler's notebook, so this is not probably going to be used in my Week in the Life. So I figured I would repurpose these numbers for another project, and this really works perfectly because I want to do an album for every 5 years of our marriage, and this looks really nice. So I'm probably going to be adding a few other things, a few other embellishments, most likely from Ali's kits, maybe some from my stash, but this gives you a really good idea of where I'm going with this layout. So let's start with the process, shall we?
Great, so this is a really simple process. As I said, I cut my title using my Silhouette machine and a couple of Ali Edwards digital stamps, and those are from the Bond Story Kit, and I'll link that if I can down below. So first of all, I'm going to start with my 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock, and I'm going to adhere my photo along the top half of that, keeping kind of the same distance of a border around my photo. And now I'm just figuring out the placement of my title. I knew that I wanted this title to be You and Me, and then to have the 5 somewhere on this layout, because this is, as I said before, our 5-year album. So I'm going to be using this Martha Stewart glue pen to attach my word art to the page. And that's a really simple way to do that. I could have used glue runner, I suppose, but I just felt like the glue pen would work better since those are fairly small pieces. I did use a combination of the glue runner and the glue pen on this cork number. Neither one of them works that well. I am waiting for some red line tape from Amazon, so I think that will work better with these cork numbers and shapes and stuff, but I just wanted to get this layout done and completed, and I really wanted to start this, so here I am just using what I have. And I did add the 5 a little bit over the edge of the photo just to kind of to meld everything together. And I'm going to add this cork plus sign on the heart, so it becomes you and me with the heart being the background for the cork plus sign, and I really like how that works. And when I was looking at the layout like this, it seemed kind of plain. I'm just trying to get little pieces of the black cardstock not to stick to the paper, and because my hands are dirty from the photo, I am using my eraser to kind of erase the black marks. But anyway, I thought that it was a little bit empty down there, so I was trying to figure out what I wanted to add. I thought about this this word phrase from Ali Edwards' Week in the Life from 2017 kit, but I didn't like the fact that the background was yellow, so I decided not to use that. I really wanted to keep with like a very white, black, neutral theme for this title page. I don't really have a color scheme for the rest of the album either, but I would like to stay as neutral as possible and let the photos really pop. So I'm actually going to go to my computer and print out all of the years that we've been married. We got married in 2012, so I printed out 2012 all the way to 2017, which is the first 5 years. And I'm going to add that little strip below the heart and the me word art that I have right there. And I also printed out this Love This chipboard, which is also from the Bond Story kit. And I just printed that out on regular paper because that's a digital embellishment as well. And I'm just going to add that to the left and underneath the U. And I'm also going to add a couple of word phrases that you'll see in the close-ups, and I'm going to call this layout finished. I'm really excited to see how this 5-year album comes together. This is definitely going to be a hybrid project, so I'm excited to have you guys follow along with my layouts, and I hope that you like this video, and thanks so much for watching.